Okay, a lot of times the decision to pick up a specific beer to review comes down to economics for me. I look at something new on the shelf or something I've passed by for a while now and I think, do I really want to pay out the money for 6 of these if I've never had it before, and is it going to be, is it going to be awful or am I going to love it? Is it going to be a waste of money or is it going to be a real deal? Fortunately, that's the kind of decision you have to make these days, especially here in Nova Scotia, where the prices of beer and liquor continuously go up and up and up every year. Like sometimes 3 or 4 times a year they hike the prices. It's really depressing. Really depressing. I can still remember back when I was a teenager and I could get a 12-pack of Keys for under $11, I believe it was. It was something like that. It was either $11.25 or 10 something. I could get 12 bottles of beer for that. Now I have to pay $20. The price has doubled in about 10 years. It's really depressing. Anyway, here's Propeller's only other beer that I know of that's commercially available that I have not reviewed yet, and this is their Honey Wheat. It actually has one of the more attractive bottles. I don't know if you can actually see it here in all that great detail, but there's actually a sort of a honeycomb kind of background there. It's got sort of, the wheat and honey kind of colors for the scheme. At any rate, Propeller, if you've seen some of my other reviews, I'm pretty high on them. They're one of the best brewing companies in Canada. I'd say they're probably about the 3rd best after Pump House and McLaughlin from Pump House from New Brunswick, McLaughlin from Montreal. But yeah, Propeller's a local brewer here in Nova Scotia in Halifax, and they haven't made a beer that I've hated. Some of their beers have been just sort of okay gateway beers to craft brewing, but for the most part I've really enjoyed the beer, especially their IPA and their porter, which are both excellent, and their extra special bitter. So here's the Honey Wheat, 5%. Son of a bitch, that one was on tight. Okay. Not much of a head. Certainly has that sort of honey color to it. I can actually smell it from here. That's nice. Yeah, that's a very nice clear kind of honey color. So it being a honey wheat, you're going to expect it to be sweet. So let's see how it goes here. I'm going to take a smell of it now. Ooh, that's actually really nice. Very, you can definitely smell the honey and the wheat in this. Very strong, and it's got a very fruity kind of, almost a peach smell to it. And usually I don't like peach, but yeah, it's sort of got a peachy kind of apricot-y smell to it. The initial honey smell sort of goes into that. That's really good. I'm gonna taste it now. Definitely has a... It's not as sweet as I thought it was going to be. It's actually really nice. It's hard to describe. There's sort of the... What's the best way to put this? The faint sort of ghost, perhaps that's the way to say it, of the honey and the wheat in there. Like, there's the faint hint of the sweetness, but it's actually a very dry, sort of mildly bitter kind of brew. Okay, the sweetness comes out in the end there a bit, in the back of the mouth. That's actually a really nice balance. I'm not a big fan of honey wheat beers, by the way. Honey brown lagers and honey wheat beers and that sort of thing. And usually they fall pretty flat for me. They're usually either way too sweet or they just, they're watery and they don't have anything going for them. But wow, that's not bad. That is not bad at all. I could actually drink quite a few of these, I think. And actually, I'm going to drink a few of them tonight. This is probably the second worst Propeller beer, and I'm not saying that as a slag or anything, because Propeller makes pretty good beers. I mean, it's just that it takes a lot to stand up to their IPA and their porter and the extra special bitters. They're more kind of world-class beers, and this is just a really, really decent sort of craft brew. I believe it was their pale ale that I gave the worst marks to, and that still stands. The pale ale was kind of just sort of meh. It wasn't anything to excite you. This is actually really good. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of the old honey wheat beers, but this is definitely one that I can put a lot down. It's sort of distinctly a bit different from most honey wheat beers that I've had. That's really nice. That's actually really nice. A really nice balance of the flavor and the bitterness. So I'd definitely give this about a. I'd actually give this about a 4 out of 5. I'm actually kind of quite impressed by this one. Damn. No, let's say 3.5 out of 5. Being a little too generous there, but yeah, this is really good. I suggest you, if you come across it, pick it up. Propeller Honey Wheat, 3.5 out of 5. Damn good.